Stackers, what's up? Stackmaster G here. I'm doing full stack video part 2. This is my rounds, vintage rounds, modern bullion, government issued bullion, junk silver from all over the world. So yeah, let's jump right in. Let's actually start with the junk silver, the constitutional silver, if you will. I've got a pile of dimes, a mix of Roosevelts and Mercs, and I keep the dimes in a burlap bag. I don't tube them. Maybe I should, but I've got $75 in face of the dimes. Moving over, I've got a roll of 50 half Barber dollars, $10 roll. And I've got 9 of the Hidalgo 10 peso coin. Moving over, I have about $96 in Kennedy half dollars. And they used to be tubed, but I did move them into a bag. It was just easier for storage. I do have 50 face of the Walking Liberties. And I have 50 face of the Franklins, which I really enjoy. You'll see just a couple random Barber quarters, Standing Liberty quarter, just a handful of those. I have 25 peace dollars. Let's give you a little bit of a close-up on those. Beautiful coins. And I am ordering airtights. Haven't gotten around to that. I really should. These are in tubes though. I took them out. There's the Carson City. That was a junk bin find. Beautiful coin. And I've got a lot of I have actually a lot of pre-1921 Morgans, as you can see, in various conditions. 25 Morgans and 25 peace dollars. These are Golden West Teton Swiss of America rounds. They're pretty cool. I threw those in there. I've got some Barbers here. You can see the Barber halves and the Barber quarters. These are the full Barber, the Balboa, full Balboa. I have what? 3, 6, 7 full Balboas. I thought I had more, but that's what I have. I have 5 of the Hercules Franks. These are really, really cool. And let me actually just show you the reverse of that. That's the 50 Frank, 1979. Awesome coins. Moving over, I've got the full crowns, and some of these are actually pretty old. That's a 1889, and these are awesome coins. That's a 1889, and then you can see I have an 1890 and another 1889, and then this is the 1 shilling from 1915 with George on the front. Pretty cool. Getting into my Canadian junk silver, I have a roll of the 1965 Canadian dollar in BU condition. Still have really nice luster. Roll of the dimes, Canadian dimes. I've got some of the quarters, as you can see, from various years. 3 of the Un Sol from, that is from Peru. And that's a 90% silver coin, 0.7234 ounces. Got the Canadian half dollars. Probably about 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, about $6 in those. A few of the 1958, which is really cool, and the commemorative, the 1867 to 1967. Really cool. And then an older, this is an older Canadian dollar. And that's, let's see if we can get a quick peek at that. 1949, really neat. You guys have seen the this one, the Olympiad commemorative, 1968. Moving into my, let's go with the just the vintage rounds. I've got a bunch of the U.S. Assay Office. Some of the modern stuff, you can see on the left, the Prospector, and into some, you know, some more interesting. I've got an Apollo round, Popeye, you know, 49er commemorative rounds. This is actually really interesting. This is 1975. This is a commemorative for the Emmy Awards. This is really interesting. 2000. Right there. The Birth of a New Millennium. Those are really cool. You don't see them as often. I'm just going to kind of move through some of these here. You got the Hoffman and Hoffman. You can see the Englehards. This is a really neat one right here. This is the Engelhard Liberty Trade Silver. These are a little bit more rare. Very cool. And then moving up, you know, some of the Prospector Engelhard rounds from the early 80s. We've got a commemorative San Jose Shark serialized coin for the commemorative of the opening of their stadium. It's kind of an interesting find. And this is a, right here, excuse me, sorry about that. It's another U.S. Assay Office. Then you can see I've got some of the 1 1¼ ounce bison coins from the Royal Canadian Mint. Got a Salivate round. This is the gold standard. This is actually from Silver Buyer. This is a very rare, fairly rare round. I have it in plastic. A couple of trade unit bald eagle rounds, really cool. And this is actually really interesting. Right here, this the Silver Dragon. That's a ½ ounce Johnson Matthey round. They're fairly rare. You don't see too many of those. I'll give you a look at it in case you come across it. And then, you know, I've got the ½ ounce Shark. That's just an old Liberty generic round, Tri-State Mint. And let's see, moving into some of the tubes here. That's an unopened tube of the Noah's Ark. I've got a stack of Sunshine Mint generic rounds. 2 stacks of the 20 of the Buffaloes. I've got the tube of the 14 Libertads. 2 unopened rolls of the that's actually the Horse Privy. That was a deal JM Bullion was running. And then I've got the Britannia Horse Privy right here, which is really cool. And then we have just some miscellaneous Canadian. We got the Wildlife Series, the 25th anniversary. You can kind of see. We got the a whole bunch. I actually have a tube of the Philharmonics. You can see that I just kind of laid them out. We got the Pandas, and here comes the Perth. We got a bunch of the Kooks. We got the Croc, Fiji Takus, and we got some of the Goat Privy Kooks. We got the Somali Elephants. Those are actually, these are 2015s. And then going all the way up, you can see I have a Noah's. There's just a Britannia. I bought this off Silver Buyer. It's a 2001 Kook. A 15 Kook, a couple of koalas, some old vintage onzas, which these are some of my favorites. I'd really like to get more of those. You can see my pile of Washington quarters right there. And then just kind of sliding over back to some more vintage rounds. I've got a tube of the Universaro rounds from 1972. You can see the Constitution Mint, the USS Constitution there. Some Liberty Eagle rounds, a bunch of those. A couple more of the Hoffman and Hoffman. Some, you know, got the Pegasus round. That's a trade unit round. Very cool. Speaking of the trade unit, shout out to Of the Earth for doing a really great trade. I really wanted this coin, and he actually threw in a U.S. Assay Office round. Very generous. He's a great guy. If you haven't checked out his channel, Of the Earth, has very similar taste to me in vintage silver, stuff you just don't see anymore. Really enjoy his channel. Thanks again for the trade. 100 Eagles. 4 of those are 2014 and 1 is a roll of 09s. I've got a roll of Maples from 2014 and another roll from 09. And then I've got 20 more of the Grizzly, it's 2011, and the Wolf by the the Moon, 20 of those. So what this comes out to be is I have in tubes on the table 350 ounces. I have 520 in face of junk silver, which is about 300, as I calculated, about 322 ounces. So, and then with just the random, rounds laying on the table, that I went through, all the Perth and the vintage stuff, everything that's laid out individually, there is 177.25 ounces. So the total for everything here on the table is about 850, if I calculated everything correctly. So that's my full stack video part 2. The 1,400 ounces in bars coupled with the 850 ounces in rounds in junk silver brings me to 2,250 ounces of silver, and I will do a third full stack video for my gold, which I have accumulated, a fair amount in the last, 8 months or so. Anyway, as always, I really appreciate everybody's support. It's a great community. I enjoy watching everyone's videos. Keep making them, and keep stacking. Bye-bye.